Hello BookTube, it's Andrea here, and today I'm here with my February book haul. So this is all the books I've got up until this point in February, and it's over 20. And there was me saying I'm not going to buy so many books this year. That went out the window in February, I just went a bit mad. So there's a lot to get through, so I'll just kick off. So the first book I got this month was only £1.95, and it's Terry Goodkin's Phantom. This is one of the Sword of Truth series, and I think it's book, hang on, book 10. So I'm trying to collect these all in the hardbacks. I've got 5 or 6 to go. 5 to go to get them all in this nice big hardback. And Terry Goodkin actually has a new one out now. It's based on one of the characters from this series called Nikki, so I'm looking forward to picking that up as well soon. So this is Phantom, and this basically is part of a series, and in this one Kaylin wakes up remembering absolutely nothing about her life other than her name. And it says, on the day she awoke remembering nothing but her name, Kaylin Amnell became the most dangerous woman alive. For everyone else, that was the day that the world began to end. So, I love this series. It's not one of my favourite. I personally think he should have ended at book 6, Faith of the Fallen, but I might do a series on that once I've got them all. So that's that one. Now, as you all know, I went on holiday in February to Tenerife for a week, and of course my idea of a good time is picking up books in the airport bookshop. So they had, in the W.H. Smith bookshop, buy one get one half price, so I bought one for my partner Paul, and I bought one for myself, and I actually picked up something. It's not really what you would consider holiday reading, but I wanted to read something on this subject for a long time, and that's The Holocaust by Lawrence Rees. This is a new book. This is, it was exclusive to W.H. Smith in this paperback, and I have started reading it, and I've got as far as page 314, but obviously it's very heavy, it's very deep, and it's not something I can sit and read from one go, because I'd find it very, very depressing, very, very sad. So there's that one. Now, I have also been sent 2 books by publishers so far this month. We're not at the end of the month, so I expect that there will be more, and they'll be carried over into March. But the first one I was sent, again, is by Head of Zeus, I believe. Yes. Publishing, who very, very kindly sent me quite a few books, and this one is called What the Raven Brings by John Owen Theobald. And this is book 2 in a trilogy. Now I don't have the first one, but I'm going to get that fairly soon so I can read that one first. I will be doing a post on this one around the 10th of March, so I will be picking up part 1 in the Raven Master trilogy series very soon, so I can read this one for the blog post. And basically, this one says, it's London and it's 1942, the Blitz is over, but the war rages on. With the country still fighting for its existence, a young girl takes to the skies. After her mother was killed in an air raid, Anna Cooper was sent to live with her uncle, the Raven Master at the Tower of London. Now he too is dead. His dying wish was for Anna to be the next Raven Master, keeper of the birds who, according to legend, guard the fate of the kingdom, but the Tower authorities won't stand for a female Raven Master, let alone one who was not yet 16 years old. Denied her destiny, Anna is desperate to escape the Tower and join the war effort. She bluffs her way into the glamorous and dangerous world of the Women's Auxiliary Air Force. But no matter how high she flies, Anna can't escape her past, nor the secret that it conceals, a secret that could change the course of the war. So I like a bit of historical fiction, and there's always a lot of World War II, but this also sounds like a bit of fantasy as well. Now the first book in the series is called These Dark Wings, and I think this sounds absolutely fascinating, which is why I actually requested it. So thank you to Head of Zeus for sending me this one. Now the next one I was sent by the Book Guild Publishing. I didn't request this one, this was sent unsolicited, and it's called Forgotten in Memory, and it's by Chloe Grant Jones. This one comes out, I think, on the 28th of February. And so this story basically says, Forgotten in Memory is the story of 3 children struggling to cope with the loss of their parents. Despite the accident taking place 9 years previously, the mental and physical scars still haunt the siblings as they attempt to make sense of their lives without their parents. Told from each of their perspectives, we follow the different ways in which Joanna, Imogen and Jason experience their pain. Imogen in particular finds it difficult to make sense of her emotions and avoids dealing with them. Her relationship with her sister becomes volatile as she attempts to hide her depression and feelings of guilt. Instead of confiding in her siblings, she distances herself from them, descending into a self-destructive darkness only made worse by her so-called friends. Can the siblings reunite their family, or will the pain they feel destroy them and push them apart forever? So this sounds very, very good. It sounds fascinating. What does it say about Chloe Grant Jones? She's studying history and English literature at the University of York. And her family is currently based in Belfast. So yeah, this one looks very interesting. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. But it was unsolicited, so I'll get to it as soon as I can. But I do have a lot of stuff that I've requested to get through first. Then I have a book that a friend gave me for nothing, basically. One of my friends Sue from work, she gives me some thrillers when she's finished with them. This one is Nothing to Fear by Karen Rose. I like Karen Rose. This one will be going back to her because her mother wants to read it. I think I've read one in this series, but I can't remember which one it is. It's not this one. And basically it's Sue Conroy is out for revenge. Recently released from prison, she's determined to find everyone who helped put her there. So when Sue abducts an 11-year-old deaf boy, it's only the first stage in an elaborate plan. Running to Chicago, Sue heads to Hanover House, an inner-city women's shelter run by Dana Dupinsky. Dana safeguards many secrets in the lives of those around her, but she would never harbour a kidnapper. That is if she knew one was living at the shelter. So I think this is a bit of a series because I'm sure I've read about this. I know I've read about Dana and Hanover House before, but it wasn't this one. Then a little while ago I hauled a book by Nikki French called Waiting for Wednesday, which is the first of the series with days of the week in the title. The sixth one, Requiem for Saturday, is due out this year, very shortly. But I was in Tesco looking at the charity bookshelf the other week, and they had them all for 50p each. So obviously I had Waiting for Wednesday, so I didn't pick that up. But I picked up the rest of them, which is Blue Monday, A Day for Murder, Tuesday's Gone, Another Place, The Mind is a Dangerous Place to Hide. So then it's Waiting for Wednesday, and I got Thursday's Child, Two Crimes Generations Apart, and Friday on My Mind. Your ex-lover is murdered with no other leads. The police make you their chief suspect. So they are basically thrillers, crime stories, and these are the stories of a woman named Frida Klein. And so it's a series based for this woman. And she's a psychotherapist. So in each one she is one of the main characters, or she is the main character. So I'm looking forward to reading the whole series, and I may well just binge read those. The same day in that same shop I picked up The Vault by Ruth Rendell. And this is an Inspector Wexford mystery. So in the peaceful garden of a London house, a manhole cover has just been raised. On the cellar floor in a plastic bag lies the body of a badly decomposed man. Beside him are the remains of two women and the skeletons of a young man, the skull almost detached. For Inspector Wexford, this is a case worth coming out of retirement for. Soon he is trying to establish who the victims in the vault are, and most importantly, who put them there. But a shocking development in his private life means that his search for the truth is about to become a lot more complicated. So yes, looking forward to that one. I love Ruth Rendell. And then the next one, again, I picked up from Tesco on the same day. I bought 6 books for £3. You can't go wrong. And that was Jess Walter's The Land of the Blind. Don't look back, you might not see what's coming. So yes, I mean, I have to go inside to read this one. So, Carolyn Mabry is a police officer working the weekend late shift, a place reserved for burnouts, department drunks and those approaching retirement. Submerged in loneliness and still fighting the demons from her own past, the last thing she needs is a derelict coming into her station and telling her he wants to confess to a murder. Then comes the realisation that Caroline has seen his face before. 19 hours later, with the derelict still feverishly writing his confession, Caroline finds herself scrambling to investigate his long, progressively darker and more sinister tale. But time so precious? Finally, about but is time so precious finally about to run out? And who is the victim? And exactly where is the body? So yes, I like the sound of that. And it's not a big, thick book. The writing's quite small, the font's small, but it's only like, it's less than 300 pages, so that's quite a good, nice one. And the cover's pretty cool. Then I picked up a book I've wanted to read for a while, and that's Princess Diarist by Carrie Fisher. Obviously with the loss of Carrie Fisher late last year, and obviously her mother, Debbie Reynolds, a couple of days later. This is something I wanted to read. I love the original Star Wars films. I do like watching Star Wars films. So to read Carrie's diaries based on the Star Wars, when she was making Star Wars, is going to be so fascinating. I want to pick it up, but it's one of those books where you think, do I want to pick it up? Because it's going to be heartbreaking. Because sadly she's no longer with us. Then I won a book on Goodreads, and this is called Optimists Die First, and it's a novel by Susan Nielsen. There's like little buttons on it, and this button on the front's raised, the ones on the back aren't, but the front ones are. I took a long walk through the West End. I did a mental count of the transgressions I saw. 4 jaywalkers, 9 cyclists without helmets, 6 people texting while walking, one of whom almost got hit by a bus, 8 drivers talking on phones. Either they were stupid or they were optimists. Most likely both. I will outlive you all, I muttered under my breath. So that sounds really good. So I look forward to reading. I love the books, the giveaway books on Goodreads. I do enter quite a few of them, so it's nice to actually win one every now and again. I've still got a ton of books to go through, and I'm already on like 12 minutes. And the next book is by Jamie Ford, and it's called The Songs of Willow Frost. That is a gorgeous cover. And this is this month's book from Book and a Brew. I haven't done an unboxing this month because I just wanted to get in and see what the book was. And basically this one says, William Eng, a Chinese-American boy, has lived at Seattle's Sacred Heart Orphanage for 5 long years. Ever since his mother's listless body was carried from their Chinatown apartment, William has been wondering what has happened to her. So when during a trip to the movie theatre, William glimpses an actress on the silver screen, he is immediately struck by her features, because Willow Frost is many things. A singer, a dancer, a movie star, but most of all, William is convinced his mother. Determined to find her, William attempts to confront the mysteries of his past and his connection to the exotic film star. But the story of Willow Frost is far more complicated than any Hollywood fantasy. So I like stories about Hollywood and fantasies, and this just sounds absolutely brilliant. So I can't wait to get into that one. I've got a pile of paperbacks here. The first one is Slade House by David Mitchell. This is one my partner bought but never read. He read a few pages and thought it was deliciously creepy, and he's not really into horror and creepy stuff, so he passed it on to me, and I've already wanted to read that for ages. Now, I'm a huge fan of true crime. The book I've got is about a true crime, but it's actually a fictional take on it, and that's James Ellroy's The Black Dahlia, or Dahlia if it's in the UK, and that's how we pronounce it. So we all know the story of Elizabeth Short, how she was found murdered in Hollywood in 1947, cut in half and drained of blood. So this is a fictional account of a detective trying to solve the mystery. Never been solved. Then The Great Dystopian Fiction, 1984 by George Orwell. I do love these modern classics. I am going to collect them if I want the book. So I haven't read this one. I have read Animal Farm years and years ago, but I haven't read this one, so I'm looking forward to that. One of my favourite TV series was based on this book, and that is called The Midwife by Jennifer Worth. I've never read the book. I do watch the series. I do really enjoy Call the Midwife, so I thought I would pick that up and read the actual memoir. On to the last few books. There's still 5. We went into Cardiff the other day and went to a bookshop in Cardiff Bay called Octavo Books, which is on West Bute Street. Octavo Press is owned by Accent Books, or Accent Press, who publish The Chronicles of St Mary by Jodie Taylor. She often goes there herself and does book signings. She actually went there on the day we went, but after we'd gone, and I was gutted to miss her. So while I was there, I picked up 5 books, because the Accent Press titles are on a 3 for 2, so you get buy 3, excuse me, you buy 2, you get 1 free. So the first one I picked up is Jeannie Millman's Life's a Drag. Just thought that sounded amazing. Basically, Ros and Jamie have moved to leafy Suffolk from London in search of a quiet life, so it comes as a surprise to find the village is embarking on its riotous annual drag competition. So that's just a tiny little bit off the back, so I really want to read that one. Then I picked up 2 by a person named Rooney Lee, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. And these are Cardiff Bay investigations. So they're actually based in Cardiff, which is why I wanted to read them. And they are books 3 and 4 of the Cardiff Bay investigation series, Killing by Colours and Money Can Kill. And these are signed copies, because again, they're Accent Press. So, I mean, there are now 5 books in the series, so I need to get 1, 2 and 5 next. So I picked up those. And then I picked up 2 books that I've wanted, because I wanted to read the first one for a long time. And I picked up the sequel in paperback at the same time, and that's Rebel of the Sands and Traitor to the Throne by Alwyn Houghton. And again, these are both signed by the author. So Rebel of the Sands says, "Join the rebellion." And on Traitor of the Throne, it says, "Rebel or Traitor." And these covers are absolutely stunning, so I can't wait to get into those. I've wanted them for a while. I've wanted that one for a while, and I thought as this one was out at the same time, I will do them. I will have to get these same copy stickers off, and the 3 for 2 stickers off. So that's all the books I've bought in February so far. We're not at the end of the month. I'm going to try not to buy any more, but I know I have got my Illuma crate coming at some point. I know there's at least another 2 books coming from publishers, and I've won another one on Goodreads. So those will go over into my March one, where I'm really going to try and cut back. Yeah, so that is like something like 23 books. 23 books! There's no way I can pick them all up. There's far too many. I have 7 stacks of books in the bedroom. It's soon going to be 8. I have to go and do some serious reading now. So BookTube, I hope you've liked this. If you've read any of these books, let me know down in the comments below, and we can have a chat about it. And don't forget to like this video. Like I said, comment, tell your friends about it, and if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. I do appreciate everybody's subscription. I am slowly getting towards 200. I never thought I'd have 50. I'm on nearly 180. I can't wait. I'm really appreciating it every time I get a new subscriber. I'm like, hey. So thank you everybody, and I will see you very soon with a new video.